Hello there. Since I just talked about the other Godzilla, the new monster universe that has been coming out the past few years, I thought I'd talk about my all-time favorite, surprisingly, my all-time favorite Godzilla movie, Godzilla 98. This movie is a piece of trash. It is terrible. And the reason why it's so terrible is they tried to it's a mix between trying to take themselves too seriously and trying to be a joke. They needed to find a middle ground. And the middle ground is it should be considered a B film. If it was made as a B film, it would have been considered a classic, an occult classic. The issue was they tried to sell it as a serious film. And you try to watch it, it doesn't come across as a serious film. They're throwing one-liners everywhere. I mean, there are parts where they're dumping dump trucks of fish in one pile, and one of the line is, "That's a lot of fish." It's just like, what? Nobody cares. There are a ton of little scenes that just like, yeah, it's funny if you think of it as a B film. It's funny if you think that it's meant to be more of a comedy. The second you start realizing that it's meant to be a serious movie, it loses any kind of real substance. The problem with the movie was they're trying to sell it as a real action-packed film. Or, not action-packed, a real serious movie, which it isn't. An iguana is basically blown up to a massive size because of nuclear radiation. Apparently, the French caused it, and Godzilla is formed by that. And the French are trying to keep it under wraps as being French Secret Service get involved in it, but everything is just humorous. They constantly do a joke about American donuts, or the French always have this American coffee. This is real French roast. That's what it says on the bottle. It's like Folgers French roast, and it's just like anyone who drinks coffee knows that, yeah, that's not real coffee. Very dried out, it's meant to last in a bomb shelter. It's meant to last. That's all it's there for. Yeah. So there are a ton of jokes, and it's like, okay, if this was meant to be funny, it's a great movie. If it was designed to be like this, it's a great movie. The funny thing is, it wasn't designed for that. So I recommend the movie. I love the movie, but go in knowing it's not a serious movie. It's a funny movie. The characters are just humorous. The one-liners are just a joke. And yeah, because the characters, why the characters are humorous is they're over the top. They seem to be one-dimensional, completely one-dimensional, which is why I think it works, because the movie is so trash, it's great. I love it. And great thing about it, you get more Godzilla in the first, 15 minutes than you do in the entire Godzilla 2014 movie. In the first 15 minutes, you get more Godzilla than the 2014 Godzilla. So this is definitely a must-see. It's because there's also a funny scene where the Godzilla is running through the skyscrapers of New York, and choppers are chasing him, and then the choppers lose sight of him. And then Godzilla jumps from the ground, because apparently he crouched and kind of curled into a ball, and then looked up and jumped to eat him. So that itself is so dumb and funny that it's worth a watch just to see all the stupidity that went into this film. Trying, honestly, even knowing that they tried to make it a serious film, but if you know it shouldn't be, it's worth the watch just because of that. I love it. I've seen it many times just because. It's a fun movie to watch. It's always fun to watch those one-dimensional characters, those one-liners, the stupidity of certain things, the military being completely dumb half the time. It's fun to watch in movies every now and then. Thank you all for watching. Talk to you next time. Toodles.